Ow,
Wait,
I started.
Wait, I've never done this with Ugo. Hold on. Someone else recording.
What a way to start.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of They Let Us Talk.
Today we'll be talking about politics.
Yep. So, if you're not all that into politics and especially
Skip
the
this
recent
episode.
election, just skip this
Skip this
episode.
episode.
Pretend we don't exist for this week only, but still leave support, like 5 stars and all that
For
jazz.
viewer knowledge, this is a second recording because the first one was getting a little emotional and
Yeah, a little emotional and heated.
Yeah.
Yep.
We will play a few bits and clips from
Maybe.
it later on that
Maybe.
are chosen by us, most
Yes.
likely. If not, then sorry, but if you do, stay tuned till the end of the episode.
Well, we're gonna try to keep it short.
Short,
We
sweet, and simple.
we just think it's important for there to be some kind of understanding among the average college voter, and we have here, Ethan. You are an average American.
Uneducated in the source of politics.
Yes, you're not tuned in. You're not registered to vote, but you are right.
Don't hate me for this. You can, but I mean,
This is just
This is just how
this
the
is
average
America.
American.
This is, yeah.
you know?
It's just it is. what it is.
I'm one of the many people that say my single vote won't make a difference.
Mhm.
Granted, there's millions of us that say that, and if we all did vote, we would make a change. But in our eyes, our single vote does not change anything.
And you're right leaning, right?
Don't give a fuck leaning.
Okay. Yeah.
But I guess my ways of thinking could be viewed as right leaning.
Okay. I'm very tuned into politics all the time, 24/7.
Chronically.
I deleted social media, but my phone does spam me with Wall Street Journal, New York Times. I'm very liberal, but I'm very left leaning, but I think I'm a little bit more left leaning than most Democrats, especially now. And this election was a very big disappointment for me, but not a surprise. It was not
It really
a surprise.
wasn't. Actually, I wouldn't even say it was a surprise. It wasn't. Oh, I'm not really I don't really align with
Who's black?
anything. I'm black, yeah. But I just feel like I align with the ideas that people should be free to do to be who they are and do what they need to do to survive. And just like, it's none of our business, really. It's just none of our business
yeah, like
who they are.
And let's get into our first few topics. Let's talk about rights and human rights.
Actually,
Talk
no,
about
I think we
sex,
should
baby. Talk about you.
talk about how
and
we
me.
feel about the election, just like a little.
Okay, yeah, sure,
That's all.
fine.
Watching the election had to have been the most stressful thing I have ever. This was the level of stress I've only received when I knew an ass beating was coming from my parents, or I knew I did shit on an
It's like getting your full name called across the house.
It's like getting there was a feeling in my stomach. It's like it would not go away because I was just nervous. And it looked like I was playing Call of Duty, enjoying my time on a
Down.
party with my friends.
Keep
It
it
was not
down.
like that. I was checking
Keep
the
it
election.
down. Your neck veins are
every-
showing.
I was checking the election like every 5 minutes.
Like your guys' handler for this episode.
You really are. It was just so stressful. And up to the election, I had hope because everyone was saying it's going to be close. It was going to
It was
be
not
close.
close. It was not close.
It was the furthest thing from
Which is the
close.
one of the negatives of social media, I would say, because you got a lot of your news from TikTok. Am I wrong?
True. News stations on TikTok. And
Yes,
yeah.
and that was the algorithm, which we've talked about previously with our guest Jacob Peel, on algorithms and the negatives of being in echo chambers because they don't show you the real version of anything. I do want to ask Ethan, what did you do during the election?
Well, during the election, I'll have people know, is also my birthday on November 5th. So I was not tuned in because I was out there enjoying myself, my birthday, as you should. My girlfriend took me out to a wonderful restaurant. We had a wonderful time together, and that was my day.
I do want to let you know that the election doesn't always fall on November 5th. It just falls on the first Tuesday of the month.
Which just
I
happened to be
just did not know that.
Or second
Really?
Tuesday. Second Tuesday of the month. For farmers.
Well, this year specifically, I was not tuned in. Well, I mean, I checked it once in a while.
Oh, first Tuesday. Sorry.
That's just
I checked it once in a while just to see what was happening out of curiosity. But it was the last thing in my mind because I was enjoying myself.
Which is all right.
Yep.
It's all right.
This is
So I will admit, this election and being roommates with Mitch as someone that's highly educated in politics, I did learn a few things. Especially,
Oh, you're so sweet.
you know what? I take it all back. I learned shit from Mitch. Mitch taught me nothing. He's fucking horrible. Mocking my ass. No, Mitch did not open my eyes, but he taught me some cool facts about the Electoral College and stuff about Pennsylvania. And I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And me. I was tuned into the election from around 6 p.m. Ever since they unveiled Steve Kornacki, they lubed him up, and he was ready to touch that board. I was tuned in on Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, and Hasanabi on Twitch.
Actually, I think we were tuned in from 3:30 because from 3:30 we went back to my room to get my thing, and then we walked to the election place, and then we went to Tully's.
That's true.
So
We
from
did.
3:30
Yeah, 3:30.
for 12 hours straight, we were locked into it.
We were. I was tuned in from, I guess, 3:30 up until Trump's acceptance speech, where he brought out Dana White, who thanked Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, and Aiden Ross. And that is when I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to go to
I
sleep.
think the funniest was Theo Vaughn. Because I've seen Theo Vaughn and his comedy and him on the Joe Rogan podcast. And him being thanked, to me, is probably one of the funniest fucking things
You
ever.
should have recorded. Went to see it.
I am genuinely scared for this country. There have
Terrified.
been hate crimes committed already on this college campus. Like within less than 24 hours after Trump won, which is disgusting. The things that are being done here are disgusting.
I mean, I did see at 9:30 the morning walking to class were just like 3 or 4 students just chanting and screaming MAGA in the main, what's that, circle? The circle? Yeah, whatever. The main lot of the dorms.
Oh, yeah.
My first thought was like, too fucking early for that shit.
And
I get it, they're happy,
actually
but fuck, it's too early.
and I don't know if it speaks for everyone, but it shows what type of side, what type of people are on the right side, or at least in this election. Because if Kamala had won, you wouldn't have had people screaming out Kamala.
We don't know this.
Kamala.
We don't know that.
We don't know this. Let's not.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have.
Well, no. If Kamala won,
You.
I would have been.
Mitch would have
very
been screaming the
happy.
same amount, but happy
I-
screaming.
Yes.
But he would have been doing it like in the dorms.
Yeah, I would have been very happy that human rights won.
Yeah.
And not.
He would have been like, guys, this country might actually have a chance of being saved. Would have touched me
I
inappropriately.
don't agree
a few
with
times.
everything. I just want to say I don't agree with everything Democrats are doing. I think that one of the main reasons that they lost this election was because they have become so right wing. I think the whole building, passing the anti-immigration bill that they were
They tried
trying to
becoming
pass,
Republicans
They-
to
they-
win Republicans, right?
quite literally, yes. I think Kamala's base, and I think also Biden, have moved so far towards the right to gain Republican voters away from Trump, that they fucked over their base voters. They didn't do a lot that I know personally from my friends and my circle, people who didn't go out to vote, but they've always been very Democrat, because they felt that the Democratic Party has left them behind and has decided, you know what, your voice and your vote doesn't matter. We just want the Republican vote. Endorsing somebody like Dick Cheney, kind of crazy. Or getting endorsed by somebody like Dick Cheney, kind of crazy. Why do you want that fucking endorsement? I would also like to say that it's a very scary moment right now where people who genuinely care so much about what a woman gets to do with her body, about how a trans person looks, um, and about just the most disgusting, weird shit. It is a little bit scary that these are the people in power right now. People who want to defund the Department of Education, people who have been consistently anti-gay. Um, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's crazy, and it's also a little bit scary that Democrats, the party that I affiliate myself with, are slowly but surely turning into Republicans. Like it's like 8 years ago when Trump
Market
was
supply
running
and
on the
demand.
border wall, it was not a Democratic issue. We were very much against it. But uh these 4 years with Biden, we have become so we just have to be close to the Republicans.
Unreasonably so, because it wasn't. I could be wrong about this, but crime got like decreased.
Crime has been decreasing since
Crime
the
has been
1980s.
decreasing, so
If you look at
it's
any
disproportional that the hate for immigrants is growing in this way, because it's not like it.
well,
At
the
least
hate,
in terms of crime.
the hate for immigrants doesn't come from the immigrants themselves. It comes from an anger at late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
When you have a country that used to put all of its like money and services into a like after the World War II, during the um baby boomer boom, the American government put in a lot of services that helped investing economy in an investing economy. So when baby boomers grew up,
Actually,
the
from
property
2014, the crime rate has spiked. In 2019, the highest ever since 2001.
2014 to 2019.
Yes, in
Well, 2014 was the
2016,
lowest.
crime has gone down across the board, but there
I
was a
just realized the
spike.
spike was at 2001. That took me a second to click.
There was a
That took me a minute.
hold on. There was a spike during Trump's presidency because he called for a lot of there was a lot of hate. There was a lot of Charlottesville rally. There was a lot of Nazi rallies and a lot of racism. That's why crime spiked. Just I wanted to say that crime has gone down since the 80s, and if you look at a map, it's still technically gone down since.
Well,
the
yeah,
1980s.
overall from
But
1990.
there was a small spike that happens, but primarily it happened because
Every church
our
has a small
president
spike
was
once in a while.
our president was a racist, and is a racist now. I would like to continue though. After the 1940s, during the baby boomer boom, the
big
government wanted to help the future, the kids, and at that time the kids were baby boomers. The medication got better, and baby boomers went into politics. And since they were living longer, they wanted to be more well off. So they changed rules in the government and rules regarding investing and Wall Street and all of that to benefit them. So why was it very cheap to buy a house before, other than inflation, and very expensive to buy a house now, compared to what is the minimum wage? It is a person who owns a company will get more money if they pay less minimum wage, and the federal minimum wage is still very low. Nobody in this country can live anywhere on the federal minimum wage, which is $7.25. In
That's incredibly
1960, 1970, you were able to survive. What?
Depending what state you're in.
No, there's not one state where you can survive a minimum wage.
Oh well, I meant the minimum wage itself. Survive off it? Most
On
likely
the
not.
federal minimum wage, which is $7.25, there's no state.
What's the difference between federal minimum wage
Like
and
that's
New
the
York-
base. You cannot
New
go
York,
below
yes,
it.
you cannot
No
go
state
below.
can go, but
Oh,
a
so it's-
state can make it higher depending on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
California is $20.
$12.50.
California is $20. New York is $15. Anyway,
I mean, those are expensive cities, so I
yes,
guess
but
it kind of balances out.
the minimum wage hasn't risen since the 90s, or if I'm correct. But what I want to can you please search that up? And what I want to say is that we used to be we were an investing economy, and the baby boomers who benefited from this investing economy, either purposefully or not, fucked over future generations by making it more expensive to buy a house, so that when they sell their houses, they make more money.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And
Okay.
when you live in a country that cares so little about the future, about quite about the survival of its citizens, people get angry. And what happened with like what happens is you try to blame a group of people because it's easier to blame a group of people that don't look like you than it is to blame a system, because a system is not tangible. A Haitian American, a Haitian immigrant that came here legally is tangible, and it is a person that doesn't look like you, doesn't look like the average Trump voter. So they will consistently look to blame the one that doesn't look like them, and they will try to bring these people down.
And on that note, it's the fact that it's the people that were blamed and the people that were actively, like, one of his people called Puerto Rico a floating pile of garbage.
It's not his people. It's Tony.
Yeah, one of his speakers, someone who spoke at his events.
He was a comedian, Joe Rogan's friend.
Yeah, but you still have
Inventor
that
of Kill
person,
Tony.
and he never actively denied what he said. He never, like, the
No. They censored him. They vetted that speech, and he was gonna call Kamala Harris CUNT.
yeah.
And they took that out. They kept the Puerto Rico thing in.
Yeah, and the Puerto Rico thing, like, his what's it called? The Trump campaign were like distance himself, but Trump never said, actually, like, came out and said anything about that.
No. He was like, I don't know who this Tony guy is. But like
That's true.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Trump is not the problem. To think that Trump is the problem is
Trump is basically
crazy. He's
like,
a symptom of a broken system.
yeah, he is he is an amplification of what a lot of people think.
The people elected him twice. It's not Trump.
One
It's
for
he's now he this is the second time that he won.
one for each impeachment.
We'll see. He'll probably get a little bit more. Actually, he might not.
Might not.
Republican.
Also, okay,
The last presidential impeachment.
huh? Before Trump, Clinton.
What year was that?
94, 98? Before I was born. I'm not a poli sci
Clinton
major.
was impeached 1998.
Oh, I got it. I got it on the second try. I said 1994, 1998. Did I not?
I don't
know.
remember.
But I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
December 19th.
Nice.
I would like to say that my shirt is brought to you by the American Capitalist Society.
His shirt is brought to him by
Also-
his ex's dad.
$7 in 1990 is
Wear hand-me-downs 'cause I'm broke.
$16.89 today.
What's up?
$7 in 1990 is $16.89 today.
What are you talking about?
The inflation
Value.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
$7 in 1990 is worth almost more than double. $16.89, which just FYI, what was the? Can you tell me the last time the minimum wage was raised?
It rose
Tipped
70
workers.
cents from $6.55 to $7.25.
Oh, it rose $1 since in 2000.
And inflation rose, what, 2.3%?
It
No,
rose 12 points to like
that's how
9
it
point something.
much it
Can you
increases
search
a
up-
year.
Can you search up in 2009 how much is $7.25 worth? I just want to know.
Well, minimum wage barely gets raised. Housing market got raised by 83 times around that number. I don't know the exact numbers.
Yes, the housing
Okay,
market
so
is complete ass.
$7 then is today worth $10.29.
So, and can you just tell me the average housing cost? Yep.
Dear God, $269,000.
The average housing cost is $269,000. Can you search it up for 2009?
$3.
76K. Wait.
76
In
to
2001. This
In
was
two- wait, in
after the housing
2000
crisis.
and-
This is after the housing crisis.
In 2009, it was 185K.
what was it before the housing crisis?
Can you do it before the housing crisis? Do 2001. Just or two. Yeah.
Before that, it was 170.
So
it was 2
in the morning.
What's up?
It was 174K.
I have an interview tomorrow. We should finish up.
Wrap this up.
Whatever. Housing prices have risen. The minimum wage hasn't. The average American is struggling, and they will find somebody to blame. And of course, when the angry but funny orange man starts ranting about how it's the immigrants and the people that don't look like you, you are going to be hateful and you are going to be angry because it's a valid reason to be angry when you can't afford groceries. But hate is not the answer. And it's really shitty that America needs to suffer. They need to suffer another Trump presidency so that they can understand how god awful it is. And I know that my first Trump presidency, I was in 6th grade.
No,
I was 2016.
No, you were in 6th grade.
I was in 6th
fifth.
grade.
Was it in 6th grade?
You were probably older. But I was.
You're
in
probably in
6th,
like 7th or
yeah.
8th.
And I
I was
remember.
going to say, I forgot I'm older a little bit. I was like, my 6th grade was Mitt Romney and Obama.
Damn, nigga, you old.
I remember that he was a moderate, peaceful dog that wanted to end wars.
I
And that's
remember
why he
my
won.
5th
Trump?
grade teacher
Yeah.
made
I
us
don't
do
remember.
a fake vote.
I don't remember Trump being that bad. Like when he
No,
won,
no, he wasn't. He was the one that didn't have conspiracy theories floating around.
Yeah.
He was the one that wanted to end all wars. It's just a thing that he turned into because he's senile. He's old. We
Who was Trump
elected
against back then?
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton had her problems.
And I remember, like, I'm like, yeah,
I
we
think
can't
every politician has their problems.
we can't go for Clinton because of the emails
No,
or all
you
of that.
you're
conspiracies.
saying that to be like, well, Trump isn't that bad. That
Well,
is,
I didn't say that though.
no, I know, but you're saying it in the context of every politician has their problems. Not
Every
every politician
has
been
pros and cons.
Every politician has their problems, but Trump has a few more problems because he's not a politician. He's not. He's a failed businessman who was given everything in his life.
6 bankruptcies,
6 bankruptcies,
including a casino, an
and
infinite money glitch.
his racist father, who was a property owner.
I've never seen his father.
Is
he still alive?
It's no. He's not a politician. He's a dictator. He is a
No, these are his own words. He said he would be a dictator day
he
one.
straight up said he'll be a dictator. On
Dictator
day one.
day one.
He has built a cult following. Okay.
Like sneakily.
He doesn't have any policies. How can he be a politician without any policy?
His policies are effectively get rid of the other people.
That is not politics. That is hate.
Like Harris's policies, at least for the one I mainly know is housing. 25, was it 25 or 50? No, 25K for new homeowners.
She wants to give
You want
easier
to
loans to for people to be more, to have a higher chance of getting a loan for housing with 25,000. She wanted to give $50,000 to small business owners so that they can compete with oligopolies like Amazon.
3,600 tax cut for people with kids under 18.
She wanted to
These are policies.
these are actual policies.
Actual policies, and that I don't know if she just came up with it or she had it or it's like a subsidiary of Biden.
108 days.
She came up with
dude.
this in 108 days. Dog.
Yes, because she relied on economic professionals.
And these were like the
Concrete
policies.
that would have helped people.
It was the policies that I don't know if they were Nobel like winners, but people who study economics and all that said it would do good. It would do much better than Trump's, but I don't know.
Getting rid of the people that build you your housing and do all the jobs that nobody wants to do, construction and dock workers and every job that needs to get done but will not get done because he wants to mass deport, which is an immensely cruel idea, which was done by Hitler himself. He wanted to deport Jewish people.
23 Nobel Prize winning economists call Harris economic plans Like they say it's better.
According to CNN,
According
and
to
Bloomberg.
CNN, vastly superiors to Trump's.
He's had 9 years to come up with a plan.
And as much as we joke about the concepts of a plan is not
During a national
a
debate,
national debate.
not saying a single policy and just screaming about Haitian immigrants.
You know,
eating cats and dogs.
maybe we should rewatch that debate. Maybe we missed a few things.
But it's not that. It's the fact that he hasn't been president for 24 hours and there's already been hate crimes on this campus.
and what is
That's
this?
what's scary. That's what's scary about Trump. People considering Trump a politician, because he's not. He was an entertainer. He didn't study poli-sci. He studied business. Failed or not, he's a businessman.
Is BBC News
That's
credible?
British
It's
broadcasting channel. Yes.
Credible?
Yep.
Just out of curiosity, I looked up policies. 7 things Trump says he will do as president.
Yeah,
I'm just reading this. Don't look at me with hate.
we won't. I won't. I don't know.
First
about
was deport undocumented migrants. I'm just going to read the titles. I'm not going to
Okay.
get into it. 2 is moves on economy, tax, and tariffs. 3, cut climate regulations.
him.
4, end Ukraine war, which I don't know. 5 was no abortion ban.
No,
No,
that's a lie.
no.
That's
He's
they
going to
asked him
put it
about and
into
he's
the
like,
states.
yeah, he's gonna give it to the states. But can we actually go one by one?
Yeah,
First
sure.
one, deport, and then we can
Make it quick. I have 6%
Yes.
left.
This guy.
quickly. Okay, first of all, deport illegal immigrants.
Undocumented migrants.
Undocumented, whatever. That's what they meant. They're just not saying illegal. That means going into houses that people live in, and taking them out, with a military, which is what he said he would do, and putting that before you deport them, you have to put them in a camp or put them in a prison or somewhere, and then you have to feed them and take care of them until you understand where you have to send them to, and then once you figure that out, the cost of actually sending them with the
Would
planes.
you like me to read what it says?
Where is that coming from? That is coming from the taxpayer.
Yeah.
Okay. He wants to use the act of, what is it? The Alien Act of 1798. Which, who the fuck told him that? He's definitely like sitting. Who the fuck told him? Who the fuck told him about that goddamn act? We're gonna use the Act of 1798, the Alien Act of
when was this made?
1798.
Rambling.
What's up?
You're rambling.
Yeah,
We
I'm
got it.
leaving.
I know.
I'm
Oh,
fucking leaving.
this was updated today. Okay.
Can you give me the second one?
Second one was moves on economy, tax, and tariffs.
When you again, I'm gonna do this thing that we did in the previous recording of this episode. If America makes tariffs are great. If America makes a ruler and China makes a ruler, and you put a tariff on Chinese rulers, that means when they import it, they're gonna have to pay more money, which means they're gonna make the ruler more expensive,
And it helps.
and it means that Americans will end up buying the American-made ruler because it's cheaper. Unfortunately, America is not a manufacturing country anymore, as it used to be in the early
I'll give you this
20th
one. It
century.
says here he has proposed new tariffs of at least 10% on most foreign goods to cut the trade deficit. Imports from China could bear an additional 60% tariff.
60% is
said-
crazy.
Some economists have warned that such moves could push up prices for ordinary people.
Yep.
That is not great. Because we kind of get everything from fucking China.
Yep.
We do. I'm
So
pretty
does
sure my
most of the
shirt is
world.
from China.
And that's what I'm trying to say. If he's not saying on certain goods, America produces manufactures some things, but very little. We get most of our stuff from China. So when you bring when you offer an option between an American-made ruler and a Chinese-made ruler, obviously you can pick the American. But if there is no American-made ruler, then that import from China is just going to be more expensive, and there is no other option.
Because they're not going to cut back on how much they're making
What's
for
up?
us.
You're not going to like number 6.
What's
What's
number six?
Pardon some January 6 rioters.
Yep. Can you do number 3?
Sorry, I was just scrolling. Number 3 was cut climate regulations. He's
That,
pulling out.
We've already
Do you believe
seen.
in climate change?
Yes.
You live in Florida. Are you affected by climate change?
Yes, come on. That
In
hurricane.
what sense?
That
Hurricanes
hurricane.
every fucking week. Or every
You get
month.
hurricanes every fucking week. 100 years ago, you did not get hurricanes every
You
fucking
did not
week.
get 2 back-to-back hurricanes, dog.
That are one of them category 5.
Undocumented. We don't know.
100 years ago, we documented the hurricanes that were happening. Natural disasters have gone
Okay,
up.
let me-
This is just a fact. Natural disasters.
Well, yeah, they have gone up.
Yes, because of man-made climate change. When the world is heating up, that means that what is the hot
Yeah,
air
it gives the
cold
ocean
air-
more hot and cold air
Exactly.
from the mountains.
I don't know how hurricanes work, but that whatever.
It's pretty much the same kind of thing from tornadoes, just over the water.
I'm not a
Hot and cold
Okay.
air mixes and starts rotating.
Okay, he doesn't believe in climate change because he's like, we are going to
Yeah, he's pulling
drill,
out-
baby,
he's-
drill again.
He's pulling out from the Paris Climate Agreement from
He-
2016.
He did pull out of the Paris Climate. That's something he did. That's not a new. That's not
Oh,
a
yeah,
new
he
policy. That's something that he did do. We had a whole deal with a bunch of other countries to work on climate change, and he pulled out of that.
That's actually kind of funny. When you said the drill, he's pledged to increase.
Drill, baby, drill. Yeah.
Well, no, it's in quotes. Drill 3 times. Drill.
Yeah, but he also says drill, baby, drill.
All right, let's go quickly through the next
fourth
ones.
one, yeah, I
And
wanna go
Ukrainian war.
He straight up said, they asked him multiple times in the debate, are you on the side of Ukraine? And he would not give an answer, which no answer means that he's pro-Russia. He's multiple times said that he's friends with Putin. He's multiple times endorsed Putin's tactics against Ukraine. He is also multiple times said that he has a good relationship with Kim Jong-un, who yesterday there's a report according to the New York Times that 10,000 North Koreans invaded Ukraine.
This is ramping up to a full-blown world war. It's
Well, yeah.
it's looking
Well,
towards it.
He will end the
weird
war.
question.
He will end the war by giving Ukraine to Russia.
Weird question that may just be my ignorance. That may piss off people, but in my eyes, isn't it a good thing to have friendly relations with these big powers that are
Mhm.
dangerous people, as kind of as a maybe possibly mitigator?
Friendly relations isn't endorsing. He endorsed Putin's tactics. There's you shouldn't be enemies. I completely agree with you. That is a valid criticism. You should not endorse their tactics because we are a democracy. They are a dictatorship. Period.
All right, what's the next one?
No abortion ban. Against the wishes of some of his supporters, Trump said during the presidential debate with Kamala Harris that he will not sign into law
You know
a
what?
national abortion
Yes.
ban.
He is not going to do a national abortion ban. He's going to leave it up to the states, which means 20 states. He wants them to monitor pregnancies. He wants there to be a registry of pregnancies, so that women in those states
That's so
aren't
complicated.
aren't able to leave the state to go get an abortion. So it's not only that they want to ban the abortion in that state. They want to ban a woman leaving to go to a blue state and getting an abortion. Which the fact that a woman has to leave a state to go get an
What
abortion.
if she
is
got
insane.
pregnant in the blue state?
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
based on where
It's
you
where
live.
you live.
Oh.
Continue.
Pardon some January 6 rioters.
That's just
Trump said that he
insane.
will free, in quotes, free some of those convicted of
It's
offense
insane.
during the
It's-
riot in
it's
Washington,
insane.
D.C.
That's
on
insane.
6
The
January
only type of
2021.
people that should be free
Those are
from that,
terrorists.
who,
Those are
like,
fucking terrorists.
if they were just yelling, okay, maybe free them. But if they were the ones attacking, like,
attacking the police,
being
going
violent?
inside
No.
the Capitol, trying to kill Nancy Pelosi, trying to kill his vice president Mike Pence, having his whole. By the way, I just also want to mention his Mark Milley, the guy the in charge of the army. What is his job name?
Foreman, United States Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff.
The military guy.
Military guy.
That Trump
Honestly, the only thing I was going with this
called them
conversation
fascists.
was when you said he made no policies. He did
These
make
aren't
some.
policies.
Well, they're technically
No, no,
they're
no.
policies, not good policies.
These aren't policies. This is what people got out of what he was saying at his rallies when he's rambling. These aren't policies on his website. Notice you're reading this off the BBC and not off of off of the British Broadcasting Network or his channel, and not off his fucking website. And it's
His
not a
website's
policy
actually right
because
here.
it's not saying, okay. Do you know what would be a policy? Hey, I'm going to send in military to put the 20. I'm going to build prisons to keep the migrants in until we deport them. There is no specifics. There's just saying
He's
I'm
going to
going
do
to
something.
support
Scene
them.
15 on his website.
I'll read them.
Rebuild the greatest economy in history.
And how is that a policy? How are you going to do
That
that?
is just not a
That's
policy.
not a
of
policy.
words. That's a lot of words. I don't feel like reading. Fair trade for American
Ow.
workers.
Like,
How?
Uh,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
uh,
okay.
unleash energy dominance, secure
Basically,
border
what
and
he's
reclaim
saying is
national
that he's going
sovereignty,
he's
war
going-
the drug cartels, stop crime and restore safety, renew American strength and leadership, reject globalism and embrace
Those are
patriotism.
buzzwords. How is he going to stop
It's
crime?
like having a plan, but no, like a goal, right? A goal that is everything you just named is a goal, but
Dog.
no way of how to get there. With Kamala Harris, right? She wanted to help Okay, let's do it his thing. Hers would be help new homeowners get houses. That's the goal. And she said, I will do this by giving them $25,000 towards that new home if they're a new time homeowner. You get what I'm saying?
Kamala have a website?
Yes.
Yes.
What is it?
Just kamalaharris.com or org or something like that.
I should do the same fucking formatting. Are they all the same? Build an opportunity economy. Build an opportunity economy and lower costs for families. Cut taxes for the middle class. Make rent more affordable. Grow small business.
Taxes for the middle class is a policy. You're cutting taxes for the middle class. The middle class, if you make under $400,000 a year, you pay less taxes. That is a policy. That is a direct action. That isn't a buzzword like stop crime. How are you going to stop crime? If you could stop crime, why didn't you stop crime altogether during your goddamn presidency? Don't mix buzzwords with actual ideas. I don't agree with everything with Kamala Harris, but I don't agree with Trump, period.
Okay. This
Do
is
you
good.
understand what we're saying, or is this still
Still, yeah,
oh, whatever. It
that's
is what it is.
we're gonna wrap up this episode.
We gotta
It's
go. It's
like
2 a.m. I have an interview
I
tomorrow.
just think that, in my opinion, it should have been a clear choice. It was a choice between giving a black woman, a chance, or giving a convicted felon, rapist, and racist a second chance. 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, you should have given a new person a chance. But we don't
president
live
that already has been there.
and got impeached twice. But we don't live in a world where people think,
Oh, Obama got president twice. Shit.
Yes, Obama
Yeah,
never
because
got
Obama-
impeached and had
Yeah,
good.
and he
there
did
was a
well.
good economy under Obama. The whole point is that we know the evil that Trump has. You understand? We've seen it for 4 years,
and he's talked
and he's
about
gotten
it,
worse. He's gotten more senile and crazy,
and now he's backed by more people.
and now he's backed by more people because people are upset.
Yeah, well, let's not.
Look, you elect somebody because they are good for the country, Republican or Democrat. Trump is not good for the country.
He is not moving us forward in our way of thinking. He's taking us back. He is
We
quite
will
literally
go
taking us back.
We will go back. We will go back.
I would like to just state my overall opinion on this. I am on neither side. I do not do politics.
Yeah, you're an undecided voter, bro. We get it.
I do
We
not.
fucking get it.
I do not like how politics creates division in people. Even though we are still all friends here.
Yeah.
It creates I
Hold
would.
on.
We are still all friends, but I don't think you are considering it. It creates division. It shouldn't.
But it does.
shouldn't. It shouldn't.
It
create
never
It creates a lot of
did.
anger.
It
creates a lot of
created
anger, creates a lot of
anger
hate.
once.
It didn't create anger prior to 2016.
It really did not.
There was communication, and there was like love there.
Listen,
People didn't care
I
for
never saw love.
Republicans.
listen.
At least
If
in my
you
eyes,
want to see it, if
Probably
you,
when I first started realizing politics was
My
a
parents
thing,
were still together.
that's unrelated. As fuck.
My dad is Republican. My mom's Democrat, and they got
that's why they got
divorced in
divorced?
2015.
That's why they
That's
got
one of
divorced.
the many reasons. But
Listen,
yeah, that is one of the reasons.
Let's see.
we won't get into a rant. There's just search up
They did after 2016.
search up presidential debates before 2016.
I'm not gonna do that. I
Whatever.
still hate politics. It's
I
annoying.
know. But if you look at how
I'm here solely for debate reasons.
Yeah.
To
Have you seen the Kamala Harris or Kamala
No.
Harris and Trump debate?
No.
Any clips?
No
of that?
clips.
No, not a fucking one. I scroll right past them. I hate them all. I don't like anything politics. Annoying. No offense. 'Cause it's important. Don't get me wrong. It's important. I just don't want anything to do with it.
When would you say before
Mitt Romney, Obama.
2014?
Just do Mitt Romney, Obama.
Very unpopular opinion, but there are many Americans around my age saying the same thing of my one vote won't matter. But I'll be honest, if we all did get together, our vote would matter. But that's not going to happen.
You
No.
There's
Obama.
I'll find it later. But
What do
to
you
that
mean?
sentiment, you ever watch you've watched Boondocks, right?
Why are you always bringing this to Boone? Okay.
You've watched
Watch it.
Boondocks. You remember the episode where Huey starved himself because of
I didn't watch all of Boondock.
There's an episode where Huey starved himself because of BET, because he doesn't like BET, how they promote negative black culture, right? And that, yeah. And the final thing, God rest his soul, at the end of the episode, Huey asks, Granddad, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do?
I remember that clip.
Yeah, and he says you do what you can. Voting is doing what you can. It may not be a lot of power as a single person, but it adds up. And whether you like it or not, it's your life. This will affect you, your kids, your kids' kids. It will affect you because you live in this country.
In my eyes, is doing what you can. In my eyes, is still paying bills, taxes. And
Yes, that is
fucking
doing
sucking
what
it
you
up.
can.
Don't you want
but
to pay
also
less
making-
taxes so you can invest more money and make more money? Like that.
Don't try to bring me on.
But also making your voice heard, no matter how small it might be. Do what you can. Because at the end of the day, that's all we can do. We are given a limited amount of power in this life. We are not God. We are not omnipotent. Do what you can, even if that means getting up, walking a few minutes, or driving to vote. Because if everyone,
politics is a lot like religion.
some people see this nigga as God for some reason.
Well, not what I meant of, like, for example, like Christians trying to make other people Christians, or
Yeah.
Republicans.
This isn't
and/or
even me
Democrats
trying to
bring
make
others
you,
to
like,
the
Don't
side.
be Democrat. Be Republican, but fucking stand by or
Just
like
have
stand
fucking
by
either.
that.
Yeah, I know. Just have
But I'm
morals.
saying like have like the whole idea of religion is that you are doing something, you're doing a lot of good in your life. You aim to do a lot of good in your life so that after you're dead, there is some reciprocation and you go to heaven.
It's
right.
like how you work now for the future.
But right now, you can be
You get
vote
money now for the
so
future.
that your next 4 years align with what you want. You're a millionaire. Vote Republican. Straight up. Their policies are for you. You're a millionaire. You want to pay less in taxes. You want to keep your fucking money. Vote Republican. Like, doesn't matter who the Republican is. You're rich. You're not going to be affected by anything. The thing is, you need to know, right? If you're not a millionaire, maybe do your research. I think you should vote Democrat personally because taxes for the middle class, tax cuts for the middle class, and easier to get loans for housing, easier to support small businesses. But you do your own research. That's it. That's it.
Anyway, just do what you can. We're disappointed. That's it. Thank you for all for watching, and
Thank you. Have a.
we did what we did what we
I
can.
got
have a
people
platform.
registered to vote. I didn't get you registered to vote. I'm sorry, but fucking
We did what we can, and
We did
that's,
what we
I guess
could.
that's what that matters. We just gotta keep fighting. Like Kamala Harris said, just because we lost now doesn't mean the fight is over. We're
Yep.
going to keep winning,
And-
fighting the good one.
and you know what?